Have you ever wondered how just one decision can completely change your life? I once stood at a crossroads where everything seemed to fall apart. I lost my job, my direction, and I was full of doubt. Sound familiar? Stay with me because over the next 6 months, I discovered a secret that transformed who I am and how I live. And that same transformation can happen to you. I used to be just like so many of us, stuck in old habits, limited thinking, and trapped in the comfort zone. Day after day, I was merely existing, not truly living with purpose or passion. Then one day, I looked back and realized I'd wasted too much time on things that didn't matter, held back by invisible fears. But then I made a choice. I didn't wait for the perfect moment, because I knew it would never come if I just kept waiting. I started with a commitment to focus and persevere every single day for the next 6 months, without pause. And in those 6 months, everything changed. Not just my outside world, but who I was inside. I grew stronger, more focused, and more determined than ever. Today, I want to share with you how you can create that kind of magic in just 6 months. Many of us believe that real change takes years, even a lifetime. I used to think the same, that improving health, career, or mindset would take years, and all I could do was wait for some miracle. But that's not the whole truth. Did you know science shows it takes roughly 66 days to build a new habit? And if you dedicate a full 6 months, nearly 180 days, to consistently doing the right things every day, you can transform not just a habit, but your entire life. Take Chris Pratt, for example, a beloved actor who openly shared how just a few years ago he was overweight, unhealthy, and almost hopeless. But in 6 months of relentless training, a clean diet, and pure determination, he completely transformed and became one of Hollywood's top action stars. Or Jim Carrey, a comedian who once struggled financially. He credits 6 months of relentless focus and work for opening doors to massive career opportunities. The lesson? 6 months isn't a long time if you use it right. No need to wait for next year or the perfect moment. Start now. Change doesn't have to be slow and endless. It can happen fast when you commit and focus. So how do you make these 6 months the turning point of your life? The answer lies in maintaining momentum and focus, and that's what we're diving into next. Once you decide these next 6 months will be your time to change, the most important thing isn't just starting, it's keeping the momentum going. Have you ever felt excited starting a new project, only for that energy to fade in days or weeks until you stop completely? That's momentum breaking. Momentum is like a bike rolling down the road. Once it's moving, you only need a little push to keep it going. But if you stop, getting it moving again is much harder. To keep momentum, you need laser focus. Focus isn't about multitasking. It's about putting your energy into the few things that truly matter, the ones that move you closer to your goal. Think about a marathon runner. They don't sprint and then quit halfway. They pace themselves, focusing on each step, each breath, each mile. Similarly, in your journey, break your big goal into small daily and weekly steps. One common mistake is trying to do too much at once and ending up accomplishing nothing. Instead, learn to cut out the noise and focus on 1 to 2 key tasks each day. A small but powerful lesson here is less but better. Quality over quantity. Keeping momentum and focus is the key not just to starting, but to breaking through in these next 6 months. And from here, the next step is taking full ownership of your life. Because real change happens only when you own yourself completely. One of the biggest secrets successful people hold tight on their journey is their ability to take 100% responsibility for their lives. They don't blame circumstances, others, or wait for luck to show up. They know that no matter what their past looked like, the only thing they can control is the decisions they make right now. Remember Steve Jobs, once fired from the very company he founded? Instead of giving up or blaming others, he took responsibility and used that setback as a springboard to come back stronger than ever. Most of us, however, fall into the victim mentality trap, always finding reasons why we can't succeed. I don't have money. My family doesn't support me. This isn't the right time. These become excuses that delay us. The key lesson: your control over your life starts with owning everything you're going through. When you stop blaming, you start focusing your energy on change. A simple way to begin is this. Every night before bed, ask yourself, what did I do today to get closer to my goal? Did I blame anything? Recognizing and owning your choices builds a powerful mindset. Once you master this mindset, the next step is setting clear goals, because without them, you'll wander in the dark, unsure where to go. Many say they want success, change, or a better life. But when asked their specific goals, the answers are vague. I want to be healthier. I want to be richer. I want to be happier. That vagueness is why progress never really shows up. Setting clear, specific goals isn't trivial. It's the foundation for big change. When you don't know exactly where you're headed, you get lost or stuck. Try framing your goals with the SMART criteria. Specific. What exactly do you want? Clear and unmistakable. Measurable. How will you know when you've succeeded? Numbers or clear results. Achievable. Is it realistic given your current skills and resources? Relevant. Does this truly matter to you? Time-bound. When will you achieve it? Set a deadline. Instead of I want to lose weight, say I will lose 10 pounds in the next 6 months by going to the gym 4 times a week and eating healthy. The biggest mistake is vague goals with no way to track progress. Then you don't know if you're moving forward or falling back, and you lose motivation. A small tip. Write your goals down today. Not just once, but revisit and adjust regularly. Clear goals are your roadmap. And once you have goals, the next step is detailed planning. Breaking down your journey into small, sure steps so you never get lost or overwhelmed. Having clear goals is one thing. Turning them into reality requires a detailed, step-by-step plan that guides you day by day and week by week closer to success. Imagine training for a marathon. You wouldn't just say, I'll run a marathon without any prep, then start training the day of the race. You'd have a schedule. Today 3 miles, next week 5 miles, balanced with rest and nutrition. The same goes for life and work. A plan breaks down big goals into manageable actions so you don't get overwhelmed. A common pitfall is planning too much or being overly ambitious daily, which leads to frustration if you don't finish. Instead, focus on small wins, tasks you can complete each day. For example, if your goal is to boost sales, your plan might include calling 5 prospects daily, sending 3 follow-up emails, attending 1 skills training weekly. Tracking and completing these builds momentum and motivation. Also, use tools like planners or apps, Notion, Trello, Google Calendar, to organize and keep your plan visible. Remember, failing to plan is planning to fail. But planning isn't just writing a list. It's creating habits to consistently follow your steps. And when you have a plan, the most important thing is execution. Not always feeling inspired, but having the discipline to act daily. Next, we'll dive into how discipline turns plans into reality. No matter how good your plan or clear your goals, none of it matters if you don't act. This is where many stumble, waiting for motivation or inspiration to start or continue. But motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel energized, others, not so much. If you rely on feelings to decide when to act, consistency disappears. Instead of motivation, what you need is discipline, the ability to work steadily regardless of mood. Discipline is a habit, a non-negotiable commitment to yourself. Think of Jocko Willink, former Navy SEAL, famous for saying, "Discipline equals freedom." When you build personal discipline, you no longer get controlled by emotions. You do what's necessary, whether you feel like it or not. Here's a quick tool you can use. Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. When you feel like procrastinating or quitting, count backward, 5 to 4, 3, 2, 1, and immediately act. It breaks mental inertia and keeps you moving. Most importantly, discipline isn't harsh rigidity. It's a daily choice, your partner that pushes you forward through every obstacle. Day-by-day persistence in executing your plan creates breakthroughs you never thought possible. Next, we'll explore mastering time, your most precious resource, to fuel this relentless action. Time is the most valuable asset we have, yet it's so easily wasted without management. You might have great goals, a solid plan, and discipline, but without controlling time, it's all for nothing. Think about your day. How many times are you distracted by your phone, social media, emails, or pointless chats? How many hours slip by without real progress? That's why mastering time is more critical than ever. One powerful time management tool is the Eisenhower Principle, sorting tasks by urgency and importance. Important things aren't always urgent. Urgent things aren't always important. The secret is spending most of your time on what truly matters. You can also try time blocking, splitting your day into fixed periods for specific activities. Morning for deep work, afternoon for meetings, evening for learning or rest. This keeps distractions low and focus high. Many people let others control their time, reacting to emails, messages, calls, and lose their day. Instead, be proactive. Schedule your time and protect it like your most precious treasure. Try this exercise for a week. Write down everything you do daily and how you spend your time. Seeing the truth helps you adjust. When you master time, you'll have more energy and ability to reach your goals. Next up, raising your standards. Never settling for average, always aiming for excellence. Once you control your time and stay disciplined, the next step is raising your personal standards. This is what separates true winners from those who settle for good enough or stay stuck at average. Many tell themselves, "I've done enough," or "This is fine." But that mindset keeps you in your comfort zone, never moving forward. Accepting mediocrity limits your potential. Think of elite athletes or successful entrepreneurs. They never settle for small wins. They constantly push higher standards, training harder, working smarter, learning non-stop. Michael Jordan, the basketball legend, is a perfect example. He said, "I've failed over and over in my career, but the relentless effort to improve every day is what made me successful." The key lesson: real growth happens when you feel uncomfortable, when you push beyond old limits. If you're still comfortable, your standards might not be high enough. Ask yourself daily, did I give my best today? Am I settling? If yes, adjust immediately. With high standards, discipline, and time mastery, you build an unshakable mindset, one that no challenge, failure, or fear can break. Success isn't just action and discipline, it's mental strength, a mindset that won't crack under pressure, fear, or doubt. Did you know the most successful people all went through dark days, failures, and moments they wanted to quit? What sets them apart is they don't let those feelings control them. Take J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter. She faced unemployment, poverty, and multiple rejections from publishers. But instead of giving up, she held on to her belief and kept writing. Her mental strength turned hardships into a launch pad for massive success. Building mental toughness doesn't mean you never feel fear or doubt. It means learning to face, overcome, and keep moving forward no matter what. One way to train this is mindfulness meditation. Observing negative thoughts without getting pulled in, keeping your mind clear and focused. Also, surround yourself with positivity. Choose inspiring friends, find supportive mentors, and distance yourself from negativity that drags you down. A small reminder: the strongest battle you'll ever fight is in your mind. When you control your mind, you control your life. And once you have that unbeatable mindset, the final key is relentless action, because even the strongest mindset means nothing without action. In today's world, speed is one of the biggest advantages. Those who act faster and more decisively create more opportunities and wins than those who hesitate. There's a famous saying, "Speed kills fear." When you act immediately, you don't give doubt or worry time to grow. Instead of waiting for perfect conditions, you let action build confidence. Imagine two people starting a project. The first waits for perfect prep. The second jumps in immediately, adjusting as they go. Who goes further? The answer is clear. A big mistake is procrastination. Waiting for more info, more experience, or inspiration. Perfect conditions rarely come. The key lesson: just start. Start even if you're not ready. Act even if it's imperfect. Starting creates momentum, and soon the hard parts get easier. Make the next 6 months the time you move faster, work harder, and push harder than anyone else. You won't just get ahead. You'll build an unstoppable habit of action. And that's the moment you realize you're stronger than you thought, and your life is entering a whole new chapter. We've explored the 6-month journey to life-changing transformation, breaking the myth about time, maintaining momentum and focus, owning your life fully, setting clear goals, detailed planning, and unwavering discipline. We saw the power of an unshakable mindset and why acting faster and harder than anyone else matters. Now, it's all in your hands. The next 6 months may be tough and demanding more perseverance than ever, but in those 6 months, you'll become the strongest, sharpest, unstoppable version of yourself. Start every day with one decision. No more delays, no more excuses, no fear of hardship. Hold your focus and discipline like a warrior on a mission. If you commit with all your heart and strength, the next 6 months won't just be time passing. They will be the turning point that changes your life forever. Thank you for staying with me. Share this story with anyone who needs a push, a spark of inspiration to start their own journey. And don't forget to subscribe so together we can keep unlocking the secrets to amazing transformations. Now go out there and make these 6 months unforgettable, because the world is waiting for the best version of you. If this video inspired you, hit the like button to show you're on this journey of change. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss tips to become your best self. Share this video with friends or loved ones who need a boost to start their journey. Together, let's make the next 6 months the most transformative time of our lives.